sink in. You and me, wonder how it feels to have you cheek to cheek. But this is not reality.
So back on the Appalachian Trail this morning, trying to knock out a little bit of the section that I have remaining between Damascus and Parisburg in Virginia. So I'm just north of Damascus, and I'm slackpacking down into Damascus. I stayed last night at Lady Di's. It's a bed and breakfast there in Damascus. Enjoying the morning. Driving up here, you could see a bunch of the storm damage. I hadn't been up here since the storm rolled through here. And there's a lot of downed trees. And in town, you can still see a little bit of damage. They've done a pretty good job cleaning up, but there's still some damage there in Damascus. And the creeper trail took a big hit. It runs along an old rail line that had trestle bridges that crossed over the creeks. So I don't know exactly the figures, but about half of them got knocked out by the flooding. And they're 100-year-old steel bridge trestles that are going to be very difficult to replace, but apparently they're scheduled to be to start working on it and try to get the creeper trail back online, because it's a huge economic part of Damascus. So I don't know, it's a summer hike situation. It's going to be hot today. Right now it's the beginning of July. And so I'm not sure what I'm up against. I'm usually warm, so for me, I'm going to sweat and it's going to be muggy. And I'm not really sure how my body's going to react to it, but we're definitely giving it a try, and we're going to see if I can get this section shortened up. I've got 160 miles between Damascus and Parisburg. So my goal would be to try to get about half of that knocked out, and then I can get the second half either later this year or next year. But starting to get close to getting near the completion of Virginia, which is a good feeling. So here you can see a bunch of the blowdowns from the storm. But a beautiful morning so far. It's still cool. I know it's going to get warm this afternoon. It's going to be in the 80s. And like I said, just trying to see how my body reacts to it. But so we'll keep hiking on and enjoying this morning and just enjoying the beauty and just being back out on the trail. This is the creeper trail. The AT and the creeper trail join up for a section here. Big long bridge.
said you wanna buy me pretty little things. Take me round the world, nah, let it sink in. Yeah, just let it sink in. Oh, I know it's such a sweet fantasy, but I can stay like this forever.
The damage from Helene is just cataclysmic. I mean, everywhere you see, this are giant, look like giant pine trees, just bent over and snapped. Look at this. It snapped right over. And some of them are snapped and some of them are just uprooted. But it's crazy, the damage. No views today at the top of White Top Mountain. We're all fogged in. But a lot of nice wildflowers and the birds are out. So it's still a beautiful morning. The hike up here wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's actually pretty easy. Wildflowers are definitely in bloom. Well, I'm at a great viewing spot, and as you can see, nothing but pea soup all the way around. I had a really great view up here, but that's the way it goes. You can see why these trees fall over in the wind. Their roots aren't very deep. And the reason why is because of the rock. The trees grow on top of the rocks, and the rocks prevent the roots from developing a taproot or something that's deeper. So these trees have no deep root system. They're susceptible to being blown over. So afternoon of day 2, still a lot of blowdowns. This area is not as bad as some, but it still looks like a war zone. There's so much valuable timber just sitting on the ground. I guess talking to the hostel owner, they're experimenting with trying to get some of it out without destroying the ecology of the place. They've got an area they've got a test, kind of a test area. They're trying to see if they can log some of this, because it's all going to be on the ground. It's going to be fuel for potential forest fires in the future. So the folks that live around here are terrified of it, just seeing all these logs on the ground. but we'll see what they come up with. It rained all morning, or at least a good portion of it, as I came over White Top, and it was all socked in with fog, so didn't really get any views, which was unfortunate because there was some spots up there that I think you could have gotten almost 360 type views. So, but that's the way it goes when you're hiking. You get the good ones sometimes, and then sometimes you don't. It's just the way it works out. So I got a little down, and then a little up, and then a little down, and then that's going to do it for today. Should finish up pretty early. I've been slack packing because of the heat, and that may be the way to handle it. It's a whole lot better when you're carrying just a day pack and some water, food, and just the basic necessities, as opposed to carrying the full backpack. Plus the summer patterns of rain and thunderstorms. It thunderstormed last night, so being in a tent in a thunderstorm just isn't very appealing. So even though I've been in them before, wouldn't be the first time, but still think that potentially this is the way to do it. Slack pack and stay in hostels, still able to hike in the hottest times of the year, and do it without killing yourself. So that's the plan going forward. Gonna finish up this day, and then I got one more section here in the morning, and then I'm moving up to the northern portion of this gap up by Parisburg to see if I can get some hiking done up there. So it's been a good hike this morning, even though it rained, and enjoying this beautiful day. Look at all the fallen trees. It's crazy. So this is a view spot from inside of Grayson Highlands State Park. Weather finally cleared. Had a really beautiful day. So pretty down in that valley. So day 3, couldn't get a reasonable shuttle to continue up the AT, so I decided to go ahead and drive my truck up to Grayson Highlands just to check it out. And then after this, I'm going to head up to Woods Hole Hostel and hike a couple of days from there. So right when I got to the parking lot at Massey Gap, the horses were there, the little ponies were there to greet me. So I got my obligatory look at the ponies, but I'll hike through here next time, but at least get a chance to come up here and take a look. This is a view from the top of a big rock pile. A little bit of a rock scramble to get up here, but trying to twist without falling down. Pretty much a 360-degree view.
Yeah, I just let it sink in. You and me, wonder how it feels to have you cheek to cheek. But this is not reality, or let it sink in. Yeah, I just let it sink in. Always changing all the scenery. Oh, why I'm living in this fantasy. Don't know, let it sink in. Yeah, I just let it sink in. In a dream, you said you wanna buy me pretty little things. Take me around the world, nah, let it sink in. Yeah, I just let it sink in. Oh, I know it's such a sweet fantasy, but I can stay like this.
So morning of day 4. I moved yesterday from Lady Di's in Damascus to Woods Hole Hostel near Parisburg. And I think this is going to be my summer hiking routines, to find a nice hostel to work out of and slack pack. The thought of having all the gear and trying to set up camp and have all the afternoon thunderstorms and everything else, it's just not very appealing. And I'm already sweaty just from this little light pack on my back. So it seems to be the ticket. And just to be able to get some miles in the middle of July is pretty amazing, really. So it costs me a little bit more money because I have to pay for, hostel stays and shuttles and such, but good way to get some summer hiking in. Woods Hole is just a gem. It's in a 100-year-old plus house, kind of a little farm, and they do farm to table food, breakfast and dinner. It's kind of a second generation situation. I think its granddaughter, actually, Neville, runs the place, and she's super sweet and very knowledgeable, and it's just a incredibly peaceful place. Last night I was relaxing and enjoyed watching the fireflies. Haven't seen them in a while. It's pretty remote. It's a long drive even to get in there. It's 35 minutes to anything, and but just definitely something really cool. Well, that sign's been there for a while. But today, kind of a short day, heading down to Pearisburg, and then I'm gonna get picked up and taken back to the hostel. It'll be about 11 miles. And then I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of the afternoon at the hostel. Also, summer hiking, getting out early is pretty key. And this was nice because I could hike right out of the hostel. I didn't have to wait for a shuttle driver. Just walk right out to the trail. So another beautiful morning on the trail. Back to my happy place. And should be some good views up ahead that I'll share with you. A good bit of this hike this morning has been in these, I don't know if they're rhododendrons. I've heard them called mountain laurel too, but they're obviously in the rhododendron family, just looking at the leaves, but they just cover the trail, and I'm almost in the dark. In some sections, they're so thick. So it's great for the summer. The sun's not beating on you, and it's actually kind of cool in here. There's water dripping from the leaves from recent rain, so it's just really couldn't be any better for a hot summer day. This is the view from the power lines, mile 631.6, elevation 3425. Beautiful view. This one's called Paris Ledges, 633.5. And it is straight down off of here. Can't even see the bottom. And this is the view from Angel's Rest Rock, 634.4. View of Pearisburg, the river. And the whole valley looking north. This is a no-name view spot that just came up on the trail, and I took it, and it's got a little rock outcropping and pretty good view. I haven't seen anything all morning. See the clouds down there. This is called Dismal Falls. So getting close to wrapping up day 5, which will be about 15 miles. Definitely the hottest and buggiest day. The hike was pretty easy, but the bugs, I don't know what they have such a fascination for my ears. They just want to go right in your ear canal for some reason. It's crazy. But gnats and mosquitoes but it's tolerable. It's not terrible. Not really biting, but just annoying. And the only thing that's really saving me on the heat is this kind of the green tunnel effect where you're walking in a shaded area. So, but we'll get this one wrapped up here shortly, and then tomorrow is going to be 17 miles. I'm not sure if that might be my last day or I might stretch one more. We'll see how I feel, but beautiful day anyways. Hot and sweaty, a little buggy, but still great being out on the trail. Morning of day 6. Definitely a sweaty morning. It's very humid. Been raining last night, but it feels maybe a touch cooler, but still just started about an hour and a half ago and I'm already sweating. Stayed last night at the Weary Feet Hostel, and she dropped me off near Bland, Virginia, and I'm hiking north back to the hostel, about 17 miles. So it'll be a lot of miles today. The terrain's pretty good. There's a couple climbs, but nothing major. Other than that, it should be a pretty easy trail day. But it's been sprinkling a little this morning. Kind of hoping that a little bit of a breeze will come up every once in a while. I feel it. But just another sweaty day. And beautiful day though. So I'm heading north back to the hostel, 17 miles. And that's going to wrap up my hike here in Virginia, my summer hike. But I'm just enjoying the day and walking through these pines. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, just let it sing. Just let it sing, let it sing. Yeah, just let it sing. Just let it sing, let it sing. Yeah, just let it sing. it sink